This is the second video on the assignments for 5.4 through 5.7. Okay, this is on the second part of another use for synthetic division, is not only getting the answer like this, but when we put a number like this 2 in here is our x, and we put it on the shelf. Don't change the sign in this case. We put it on the shelf, use our synthetic division on this problem right here. 3 comes down, 3 times 2 is 6, add is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, add is 3. That 3 is what we're looking for on this, the remainder theorem. That 3 is the y-coordinate that goes with our 2. Okay? So we are using synthetic division for another thing called the remainder theorem. On number 10, P of 5 means 5 goes on the line on the shelf. We don't change its sign. 1, negative 1, and 3, just like we've been doing. The work is the same. 1 times 5 is 5. Add is 4. 4 times 5 is 20. Add is 23. The answer, though, is at 23. 23 is paired with 5. 5 comma 23, that ordered pair. Then, same thing on number 11. I show it here. All of these numbers here, and then the negative 1 on the shelf, and you do it. Number 12, the thing about it is 8x to the 5th, and then it skips way down to a 7x plus 4. So we put the 8, we put a 0 for 0x to the 4th, a 0 for 0x cubed, a 0 for 0x squared, and then our 7, because it came from 7x, and then our 4. But remember, we do not change your sign. This is P of negative 3. So it goes here. 8 comes straight down. Multiply and add. Multiply and add. Multiply and add. Multiply and add. Big numbers that I worked with for you. And our answer is at negative 1961. So negative 3 is the x-coordinate. Negative 1961 is the y-coordinate. 13, same way. It's written the same way. It's called the remainder theorem. 14, same thing. P of negative 1. We put negative 1 on the shelf. 5, negative 4. There was no x squared, so we put a 0, 2, and negative 1. Same thing. Bring the 5 down, multiply, then add. Then multiply and add. Then multiply and add. And then multiply and add one more time, and the 6 is our answer. Then when we go to 15, notice how it's written differently. So this time we're dividing. The 3, we change the sign. The 3 goes on the shelf, and then we use these numbers. Number 16 I did for you. X squared plus 12 divided by x plus 2. Remember, this is division, not the remainder theorem. So we put negative 2 on the shelf. 1 from x squared. 0 because no x. And then the 12. Bring the 1 down. Multiply. And then add negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. Add is 16. And see, I messed up. I had to correct myself. So the 1 means 1x minus 2, and the 16 is the remainder. Notice how they're written differently.